Everybody, happy Friday. So earlier today, like an hour ago, I was home and this is my home behind me. All of this land, just kidding. It's someone else's home, but this is where I'm living right now. And I saw a mama bear with two cubs, and it was really amazing. So if you see any bears behind me while I'm doing this Facebook Live, please let me know. So as you know, I try to do a weekly Facebook Live. I am committed to doing a weekly Facebook Live, but the reality is I've totally bailed on some of it. And this week I was in North Carolina and I did two live talks. If you see on my Facebook, I was sharing them with you and sharing them with everybody, saying, please share them with people in North Carolina, because of course I wanted everybody on the planet to attend. But I did these talks and they went really well, and there were such amazing people there, and I love meeting new people in other parts of this country where I just don't really know that many people. And I ended up doing this talk, and one of the things I spoke about a lot was consistency. And I was just talking to a few people in my mastermind group, one of my mastermind groups, about the idea of posting on Facebook consistently. And I was the first to admit, so I have committed to doing a Facebook Live. And if you're joining me and watching this and liking it, please click some hearts or say hi or ask some questions or put some comments. And please let me know if there's bears behind me. But I was talking about my mastermind peers and saying, like, yeah, I committed to doing this weekly Facebook Live, but I bailed out because, I traveled to a different city and I was at my parents' home, or next week I'm going to San Diego. And it's summertime. Here I am sitting outside where it's like 86 degrees and gorgeous. And I realized here I am teaching all these people these amazing things about how to grow your business. And one of them is consistency. But there I was being totally out of integrity with myself and with you guys about, oh, hi, Dio. I love you too. You're at work and you can't watch? What do you mean? Isn't everybody at work watching Facebook? I mean, come on, let's get real here. I used to get paid six figures to watch Facebook at work all day. It was wonderful. Anyways, I'm just kidding. I know you're busy. But, what I was saying is, there I am teaching consistency, but there I am bailing out on my weekly Facebook Live myself because there's every excuse on earth. Like, it's summer, it's beautiful. I have friends in town. I have so much going on that, like, my schedule's been kind of out of whack. And originally I committed to doing this like every Thursday afternoon, and then I moved it to Wednesday. And then here it is, it's Friday and it's lunchtime and it's a different time. And then, I've gotten all these amazing speakers, but then I've had speakers bail, so then I bailed. And, my mastermind peer was just telling me it's so easy. You just go up there and talk for 10 minutes. And it's true. She's totally right. Here I am. And I'm basically babbling on and on, but there is a point, right? The point is making a commitment to yourself and all that you want in life and really sticking to it. And it's okay to veer a little bit off course. Like, I write a weekly email, but once in a while, I might skip a week. I really try not to, because it's that idea of consistency. And it's the same thing with anything in life, right? Like, it's like trying to lose weight. You can't try to lose weight and consistently be eating donuts. Or maybe you can if you're on some special, like, gluten-free, vegan, sugar-free donut diet. I don't know. But that's the whole point, right? Is this consistency, this idea of doing the same actions over and over and really committing to yourself and your goals in life, like with anything. And when this mastermind peer of mine said something about, oh, it's just so easy, and she said she just did her first Facebook Live, and I've been doing these, I think, over a year now. They just haven't been consistent. And I realized if I'm going to teach this to other people around the world, then I need to be in integrity with myself. So I forgive myself for missing some, but here I am. So anyways, for anybody that has friends in San Diego, I'm giving another one of these workshops next week on Thursday evening at a place in Encinitas, and I would love you or any of your friends to come. The last two I just did this week in North Carolina were awesome. They were super fun. I had people hugging me afterwards, people getting so inspired, people who, like, already have businesses but are looking to grow it. And just, I always assume, like, oh, maybe they know all this and this won't be new information, but it's amazing how many people are like, wow, I never thought about that. Or, oh, I never started an email list and I've been doing this for 10 years. Or, oh, I thought I could build a whole business on Facebook or Instagram. And then I explain to them how it's kind of possible, but I wouldn't depend on it. So, really teaching a lot of new valuable information. And even if you're doing everything right, like whatever that might be, all the marketing strategies in the world, there's always something to learn. And there's always something you might forget, or you might a little fall off the wagon. Like, for example, this. Like, we were in my mastermind talking about posting on Facebook and how I have mixed feelings. Like, I have no problem sharing my heart with everybody under the sun and emailing, but I don't love being on social media. Oh, someone's clicking angry button. I love it. Please, more angry buttons. Click the anger face. I would love to know why you're angry, whoever that was. So Max is asking a question. Life always creates challenges, and so what should one do to keep up with the noise and challenges without falling into a lull? Well, here's the thing. So challenges, they are a part of life, and there's no way to get out of them. And honestly, we shouldn't really run from them, because there's always a gift in challenges, and there's a gift in lulls, right? So I always think of life as the ocean. It's like the ebb and flow. Like, there's the top of the wave, and then there's a wave that comes back out, and there's climbing a mountain and going down the mountain. It's literally everything in life has polarities of, challenge and great things happening, right? Like, everything in my life is going great, and then everything in my life is going to hell. And yeah, this is life. Like, honestly, if life had no challenges and no lulls, we'd really be bored to death, and there'd actually be probably no reason to live this human life, right? That would just be boring as hell. And honestly, we wouldn't know happiness and gratitude and love and all these like joyful moments if we didn't have shit moments too, right? So usually what I tell people is you learn to center yourself, kind of like in the center of like a hurricane, like the calm in the storm. And you learn how to just sit with it and observe the challenges and be okay with them. And, in a way, almost embrace them. Like, okay, it's a challenging time, but I'm going to keep taking actions to get through this. And I'm going to keep doing self-care that helps me not freak out and lose my shit completely and jump over a cliff. I mean, we've all been there. Trust me. Like, I get there all the time. But, I always preach about meditation, because the act of meditation, learning how to control the mind with very uncomfortable feelings, those are what will get you through the most challenging time. So Max, I really, I think you're already on this path, but, if you could learn to meditate, and then there's a lot of practices you could do, like writing, working. I always talk about getting support from a coach, or, a therapist, or even like a Buddhist teacher, or someone on this path who can help you get through the challenging times. But then also, there's this book called When Things Fall Apart. It's actually a very classic book by Pema Chodron, who's a Buddhist monk, but she speaks in normal language, don't worry. But it's really about, learning to sit with the challenges of life, and learning to sit in the center and actually be at peace with when things fall apart and when there's lulls and challenges. And that's actually the beauty of life. Like, trust me, I have challenges all the time. I should talk about them more, actually, because I don't want people thinking my life is all like beautiful, filled with bears, although it is. But life goes up and down like anything, like waves in the ocean. And if we can just learn how to like surf the waves, and then like occasionally crash in a wave, but then like learn how to swim and come back up from that crash wave, like that's what it's all about. And you trust me, you don't want a life that has no challenges. Like, that's really weird and boring. And I challenge you to find me a person on this planet who has no lulls and challenges. So Max, if you need recommendations, I know some great coaches and people like healers and Buddhist teachers and people who even work on donation basis only, who can actually help you through these times. But I always say, join a Sangha, which is basically a word for community. But community is what gets you through these things. And that's actually why I'm on this Facebook Live right now, is because someone in one of my amazing communities said something about, hey, Beth, like, get out of your funk of, like excuses for missing your Facebook Lives or missing your Facebook posts. Just get back in there and start doing it. It only takes 10 minutes. And she's right, because it's actually been 9.5 minutes right now. And I don't intend to keep this very long, because it's a Friday afternoon, and at least where I live, it's like summer and beautiful, and it's really hard to be working right now. And actually, I'm going to quit working in about 2.5 hours, maybe even a little earlier, because it's just too nice out and I have things to do besides work. Anyways, so that's why I just wanted to get on here And I also wanted to say hello. And, you know, if anybody has any questions, or if anyone wants to learn more about the workshops that I'm doing live, I'm doing the one in San Diego next week. I did 2 in North Carolina. I thought I had recorded them, but I totally effed that up and they were not recorded. But I can actually give you all the notes so you can learn something from it. If you just PM me or join my email list or shoot me an email, I will actually send you all the notes that I gave out during this 90-minute talk. And I can give you the free gifts where you can actually learn some of these steps you can take to growing your business and getting yourself out there. And that's the point of what I'm doing, is to help you not sit in those lulls anymore. Like, I totally get it, but when people tell me they're in lulls for like 3, 4, 5 years, or they've tried something over and over and it's really just not working, like, that's what kills me. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because no one really should be stuck that long. Like, we're not here to live a stuck life. We're not here to be stagnant. This is about really, you know, diving into the challenges and really creating something out of them. But yeah, I love that you asked that question, because it gave me something really good to talk about, other than the mama bear with 2 cubs that I saw like right over here about an hour ago. And it was the coolest thing. And too bad I wasn't fully present. I will be the first to admit I was not fully present, and I turned the corner and I literally like almost hit them. But if I had just been fully present and not trying to text my friend Mark while driving, don't worry, it was a Siri text, but I would have actually just been able to pull over and like stop my car and watch the bears, but instead they ran off because I scared the hell out of them. But hopefully they're not right behind me. Maybe later on they'll show up, but hopefully like when I'm safe and secure inside. But anyways, if you actually go to my Instagram, you can see a video of like this much of the bear, one of the 3. I love living out here. It's amazing. It's talk about challenges. I have to now worry about what happens when I go trail running and run into a bear with 2 cubs. But I'm not going to live in fear. I actually keep waiting to run a bear on the trail, and I still have not. And Max, we love all the trails up here. Yeah, I assume you trail run, because I know you run. But yeah, it's amazing. The trail running up here is just gorgeous. So that's pretty much it. I could talk forever about bears and fears and challenges in life. But if anyone has any questions, please just type them in. Otherwise, I will be back on another Facebook Live. Somehow next week I will make it, maybe on Friday, because I fly in off a red eye. But, you know, this whole post is about the idea of consistency and committing to, you know, what it is you're here to do, and really sticking with it, even when you have every excuse under the sun. The only time I am not going to be able to do Facebook Lives are when I go to the jungle in a few weeks and I am completely offline. So in that case, you'll just have to miss me, and I'll be sending you energetic thoughts from the jungle that if you really listen closely, you will hear. I hope you all enjoyed this. Oh, Brian, it's so good to see you. Molly, John. Oh, Tyler, hi. We need to go hiking soon. Hey, oh, John. I was just talking about John the other day. Sorry, there's now a spider web. Bears and spiders. Thank you so much, and thank you everybody for joining, and you will see me next week. And if you want to learn anything else, go to my other videos that are here on my Facebook. I talk about everything from business to meditation and life and Burning Man, whatever you need to know. I will talk to you soon, and have a great weekend. Bye.